5 suspects, 2 political killing investigations, and now, investigators in Gauteng are facing major questions about 2 cases involving political figures. The cases involve ANC councillor Thabang Masemola and EFF member Aaron Makola. The arrests have put renewed attention on South Africa's ongoing problem of politically motivated violence. But what exactly happened? And what do investigators know so far? The 2 investigations are separate, but both have become part of a wider focus on political killings in Gauteng. South African authorities have established specialized investigative capacity to deal with political assassinations and politically motivated killings. The goal is to identify not only the people allegedly responsible for carrying out an attack, but also to establish whether there were people behind the scenes who may have planned, organized, or financed a killing. And that is what makes these investigations so important. Because in cases involving alleged hitmen, investigators often have to answer a much bigger question. Who ordered the attack? Thabang Masemola was serving as the Ward 10 councillor in Mamelodi when he was shot and killed on July 8, 2025. According to court reporting, he was gunned down outside a tuck shop on the main road in Stoffel Park, in the far east of Mamelodi. The investigation eventually led to the arrest of 2 people. A 46-year-old woman and a 41-year-old man appeared in the Mamelodi Magistrates Court. The woman faces a murder charge as an alleged accomplice. The male accused faces a murder charge, as well as charges relating to an unlicensed firearm and ammunition. The political killings task team was involved in the arrests. The case has raised questions about whether Masemola's killing was a targeted political assassination. Prosecutors have alleged that the female accused played a role as an accomplice. The male accused has also faced an additional attempted murder allegation relating to an incident in 2023. But investigators still have to establish the complete chain of events. Who organized the attack? Who supplied the weapon? Was the killing planned in advance? And most importantly, was there someone else behind the people accused of carrying it out? Those are questions that could become increasingly important as the case progresses through court. The second investigation concerns Aaron Makola, an EFF member whose disappearance and death have drawn attention in Gauteng. Makola was reported missing in July. His disappearance triggered a search and investigation involving law enforcement, and investigators were eventually faced with a far more serious discovery. His body was found in the Delmas area. The investigation then shifted from a missing person case into a murder investigation. The Delmas area became a key part of the investigation. Search teams worked through rural surroundings as investigators tried to establish what happened to Makola and how he ended up there. Cases like this can depend heavily on small pieces of evidence: a vehicle, a phone, CCTV footage, witness statements, or information that connects a suspect to a particular location. Investigators must now work to establish the timeline between Makola's disappearance and the discovery of his body, and that timeline could become critical to the prosecution's case. The discovery of Makola's body changed the investigation dramatically. Instead of simply trying to locate a missing person, investigators were now dealing with a suspected killing. The focus turned to determining how he died, where he was taken, who may have been with him, and what happened before his body was discovered. But investigators also have to establish motive. Was this politically motivated? Was it connected to organized crime? Or was there another motive entirely? At this stage, those questions should not be treated as established facts unless investigators or the courts confirm them. 3 suspects have been linked to the Makola investigation, bringing the total number of arrests across the 2 cases to 5. The arrests represent an important development, but an arrest is only the beginning of a criminal case. Investigators must still gather evidence, prosecutors must present that evidence in court, and ultimately, a court must determine whether the accused are guilty. That distinction is extremely important when reporting developing criminal investigations. So where does the investigation stand? 2 people have been arrested in connection with the Masemola murder investigation. 3 more suspects have been arrested in the Makola case. 5 suspects, 2 political killing investigations, and potentially many more questions still unanswered. The cases also highlight why specialized political killing investigations have become such an important part of South Africa's law enforcement strategy. The Gauteng provincial legislature has said specialized task teams were established to tackle political assassinations and politically motivated killings in the province. And now we reach perhaps the biggest question. Who ordered it? In a murder-for-hire investigation, finding the alleged trigger person may only reveal part of the story. Investigators may need to establish who planned the attack, who communicated with the alleged perpetrators, who provided money or resources, and whether the killing was connected to a wider network. But those questions must be answered through evidence, not speculation. For the families involved, the arrests may represent progress. But for investigators, the work is far from finished. The next stage will be the legal process. The accused will have opportunities to challenge the allegations against them. The state will have to present its evidence, and investigators may continue gathering information while the cases move through the courts. In the Masemola case, previous court proceedings have already included bail applications and postponements for further investigation. That means this story is likely to continue developing. New evidence could emerge, additional charges could potentially be considered, and investigators could still uncover information that changes the direction of either case. There is one thing we need to make absolutely clear. An arrest does not mean someone is guilty. The people accused in these investigations are presumed innocent unless and until a court finds them guilty. As these cases continue, the evidence presented in court will be far more important than rumors or speculation online. And that is what we will be watching. 5 arrests, 2 political killing investigations, and many questions still unanswered. The investigations involving Thabang Masemola and Aaron Makola are now moving into another important stage. Who was responsible? What was the motive? And will investigators uncover evidence pointing to people beyond those already arrested? For now, those questions remain. The story isn't over. Subscribe to True Crime and Scams in South Africa for all breaking news updates and developing stories. Never miss a story.